I want to share something with you, Stephanie, and that I find that I think is very important, and a little bit about kind of what we do here at Texas Probate Real Estate, and something that I don't think a lot of attorneys are aware of. But the minute a filing occurs, investors from all over the United States are descend upon the personal representative, okay, to try to get that property. And it's interesting, Stephanie, because I have made a business decision. I have made a business decision with my company. So I'm a little bit different. I own this company. It's not a huge company, but I'm the owner. I'm the broker. I can kind of do what I want here, and as long as it's legal, okay, and ethical. But the thing is that I've made a decision. So here's the thing: we know that when a filing happens and there's real estate involved, there's a very high chance that that real estate will probably be sold. Now, if it's a surviving spouse, they're probably going to keep it for a while. They might continue to live there, but a very good percentage are going to sell. Now, the question is, what is the best route? And it's hard because they're getting a lot of messages. And one of the things that I have learned from experience, I've been practicing real estate for almost 10 years now. And one of the things that I have noticed is houses that are in probate very frequently and typically have a lot of deferred maintenance, have, maybe someone was towards the end of their life. I mean, unless it was an untimely demise, it was, they probably were older. They were going through illness, sickness, financial problems towards the end of their life. Very, very normal, very, very common. And so, the house is not their priority. It's not, it's the last thing on their mind. They can't take the house with them, right? So they're just trying to hang on to the end. And so what happens is these properties, not always, sometimes they're beautiful. Sometimes they're beautiful, they're nice, they're amazing. I sold not too long ago a beautiful house in Driftwood. It was like, it was amazing. It was beautiful, beautiful land, beautiful house. It was amazing. But a lot of them are not like that. And so what happens is the investors come in and they're like, Stephanie, I know it's really hard time. They play on the empathy. Oh, I know it's really hard. Everything's really tough, blah, blah, blah. It's fake, right? Oh, this, that. And then they ask about the house, and then it's like, they start finding the chink in the armor. Okay, it's got old roof, it's got foundation problem, it's got raccoons in the attic, it's got the whole thing going on. And they go, Stephanie, probably not going to be able to sell that with a real estate agent. You're going to have to fix it up. You're going to have to put all this money in it, right? To discourage them from bringing it to the market.
Mhm.
And let me say another thing. A lot of real estate agents, because I don't know if you know this, Stephanie, real estate agents have a very big problem. Ego, lots of ego in the real estate business. Okay. And a lot of real estate agents are very, how shall I put it? They don't want to, like, if the house doesn't look perfect and it doesn't look like some sort of like model home that's going to look good on Zillow or something, they're kind of afraid to do it. They feel like maybe it looks bad on them, like, oh, it's like some portfolio or something, which is ridiculous, right? And so a lot of times, as these executors and administrators are trying to find a solution, because really there's a couple outcomes that they're looking for. Money. So money is one outcome, but time is also a factor. And then there's also just experience. They're already going through a lot. They've gone through a lot of legal stuff. Maybe that had a lot of issues, right? So there's kind of three things going on. And these investors are coming in and they're providing what appears to be, without, unless you scrutinize it, a very quick solution. Okay, yeah, you don't have to pay a real estate commission, but it doesn't matter if I'm getting 20% less of what it's worth, right? Because the real estate commission is not going to be 20 going to be 20% of the equity, right? So they're constructing all these arguments and positioning to try to get them into a private sale,
Mhm.
which is not. They can do that if everyone agrees, and they can do that. But really, there are ways to sell real estate and ways to do real estate where we can sell properties like that very quickly